Hello, hello. Welcome to Gotober Day 24. Finally, my computer decided to restart on its own, and it restarted like 3 times and it was a whole thing. So I may have taken a little bit longer to post this video today, but here we are. Which is super convenient because of that longer time that it took for me to actually start recording, I actually got some DataWeave question, which I thought was beautiful to create a video about it. And I also created a quick live stream about it. I don't know, I just started this channel and I have just posted 2 videos. They're both in Spanish because the people that asked me about them are Spanish speakers. So both of them are Spanish. One was about a specific question about Flex Gateway, and the other one was the DataWeave one that I'm going to explain right now to you. But anyway, if you speak Spanish, I may be posting stuff here. So I don't know, you can go check it out. They're short videos. They're not really super long streams like we do in the Twitch in the MuleSoft community Twitch streams channel. But anyway, there it is. You can go check it out if you want it in Spanish. I will put the link to the recorded video in the description. And this video is in English, so here you go. Basically, this person asked me, how can we generate an array of dates from 2 given dates? So the first date, it's gonna be, for example, October 16, and the final day is going to be October 18. So we want to generate these 3 values like this. I have the auto preview. So what happens if I have more dates here, like for example 20, we'll see 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. If I have the same date as the first date, I will just have 1 date. And if the final date is before the start date, well, then it's not gonna work, and it's just gonna send an empty array. So let's leave it at 18. How did we do this? This is using a tail recursive function, which I just talked about in the last video. Also, I think I'm gonna add this code in my GitHub repo. Let me open it so I don't forget to put it there. Probably by the time this video is uploaded, it will be already there. DataWeave Scripts here. And it will be probably here in tail recursive functions because it's a tail recursive function. So there you can check out other examples that I have, and I will put the link to this repo in the description of the video as well. Anyway, so we have these 2 dates and we want to generate this array of dates. So we create a tail recursive function with first 2 parameters, which are start date and end date. And also I based this function in another function, getDatesBetween, here. If you want to go check it out, I will put the link to the repo in the description. This is another function that is way more complex, but it's to generate to count the number of dates depending on certain conditions, like days of the week, or including or excluding the dates, and so on. But I based on it. This is at the end is returning just like a number. So this is not what this person wanted. This person wanted an array of dates. So anyway, we have start date and end date, which are these 2 dates basically. And dates array is the result that we are going to be returning, which is this array of dates. And we can see that at the beginning, this will be an empty array. And then we start a function with a do keyword to generate a local context where we can create another variable. Hold on. Why is this tab? Anyway, to generate a local variable called new array. This new array is going to take the dates array. So if this is the first time, the first iteration, this will be an empty array plus the start date. So if this is the first iteration, this will be empty array plus the start date, which is September 16. Now, if start date is greater than the end date, which is when we put here 15, then this will return an empty array because this is an invalid situation. If we have start date equals end date, then we will just return the new array. So the new addition with the empty array plus the start date or whatever else we had. This is the case, for example, when we had 16 here, we returned an array with just one date. And this will happen, it will always be the last one to be processed, run. And if those are not the cases, so if start date is smaller than end date, then this is what is going to be executed. It's basically going to be calling itself again. And now the start date is going to be added one more day. This is what this is doing. This is a period. Let me make this bigger. This is a period data type. Oh, actually you can see it there. Type period. And this is type date. Yeah. Oh, sweet. This is why I like to use Visual Studio Code. Anyway, we have here the type period, and we are saying 1 day. So we are adding 1 day to the start date. So on the second iteration, instead of this being 16, it's gonna be 17. Oops, ignore that you heard that. And then we're gonna have the end date, which is always the same. We're never changing anything with the end date. We're just comparing it. And finally, we're gonna send a new array. So this new array variable is being used in two places. Here, in case the start date is equal to the end date, and here, whenever we want to like add one more date and continue with the next array. So what happens here then is that I will do this one step at a time. Let me take out the preview. So we end up here, and the first time this is the 16th, right? Because we have 16 here, and this is the 18, because this is what we have here. This is empty, so I'm just gonna put it again. This is the first iteration that we do. It enters here, and then date array is empty, so we're adding start date to the empty array. So we will have the empty array plus the 16. This will be like 2022, 10, 16. I'm just gonna add 16 so you can see which ones we have. And now start date is more than the end date. Nope. And then start date is equal to end date. Nope. We have 16 and we have 18. So we go here, and now start date, instead of being 16, we're gonna add 1 day to it. So now this is going to be 17. End date is always 18, and new array, we said that was the array with the 16. So now we send the second iteration with these values. So now we have 17, 18, and 16. So now this is 16, this is 17, this is still 18. And now it comes here, and then it says dates array, which is 16, plus start date, and start date is 17. So we're gonna add here the 17, and then checks this condition doesn't meet, this condition doesn't meet, because we have 17 and 18. So we end up going here again. So now we add another day, which is the 18, and date is still 18, but now the new array is going to be this. So now this is going to be 16, 17. And we go to the third and final iteration. So now we arrive here. Oops, this is now the 18, and this is now the 18. This now contains 17. So we come here, again, dates array 16, 17 plus the start day, which is 18. So now this is 18. And now this checks start date more than end date. No, but start date now is equal to end date. Now both are 18. So now we are not going to execute this part. In the third and final iteration, we are going to return new array. A new array is the array of 16, 17, and 18, which is what we have in the end here. And that's how this whole function works. So I'm gonna add all of this code to my GitHub repo here. It's gonna be under tail recursive functions. I'm gonna add it here under the extract path with filters. And you can also watch the video in Spanish if you speak Spanish. I am explaining basically the same thing, just in Spanish. I will put the link to this video there in the description as well. And I'm just hoping to continue creating more stuff for you all. Let me know if you have a suggestion on what else should I be talking about in these videos. We are almost over. We have 7 more days to go for this year's Codetober. I'm really enjoying it so far, but just 7 days left, and I'm glad that it's almost over, to be honest. It is a lot of work to do these videos for you, but if it's helping you, then I'm more than happy to do it. All right. Well, that's all for this video then. Go follow me at DevAlexMartinez in Twitter, Instagram, whatever. Comment on this video. Let me know if you're liking this, if you want me to do something different, or what else you want me to try. And I will see you then tomorrow. All right. Bye.